Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome to the second week edition of Eric's Campus Cooler. I'm your host, Eric Jones, and we look forward to another week of exciting entertainment news. The groundhog has spoken, and it looks like we're going to have an early spring. At least that's what Gus the groundhog would say. Now, the groundhog, who is the go-to groundhog in Athens, didn't come out to show whether or not he had a shadow, but he did stick around enough to leave a typed note. News Source reporter Wendell Scott got to see it all for himself at the Bear Hollow Zoo.
Looks like an early spring. Our meteorologist, Gus the groundhog. Gus didn't actually leave his bed, but was gracious enough to leave us a note.
He was hiding in his box, so he didn't come out to even see the sunshine, even though it's a beautiful morning. He stayed hidden down in his hay, so he gave us a note that says he did not see his shadow.
The 5-year-old groundhog has been predicting the weather at Bear Hollow Zoo for 4 years now, but is ready for a change.
Now, you might not see a furry friend in the cage behind me, but the zoo is currently raising funds in hopes to make this empty space into Gus's new home.
To make Gus a little bit happier and to give him a better quality of life, we've been doing some fundraising to get enough money to build him an outdoor exhibit where he can dig down into the ground to his little heart's content. He can eat naturally growing grass and plants and things like that.
Currently, Gus is living on a concrete floor, not the best surface for a groundhog to dig in. The expansion will be quadruple the size of Gus's home, and viewing windows make it easier to watch him in his natural habitat.
Gus the groundhog's new enclosure should be finished by the beginning of the summer. And after 7 intense rounds of competition, a new spelling bee champion has been crowned. 8th grader Thomas Wiley beat out 4th grader Theron Camp in the Clark County School District's annual spelling bee. That event was held on Thursday at the Clark Central High School. Now, Wiley was given a gift when Camp stumbled on the word measurable. Wiley then went on to spell measurable correctly and then did the same with the word weird. Who would have thought local spelling bees were so entertaining? And how about a little wine for your weekend? Yes, from Saturday morning to Sunday afternoon, the Classic Center will host its 3rd annual wine weekend. The event features a grand tasting with hundreds of wines from all across the world, seminars by wine experts, and a little dinner to absorb some of that alcohol. If that's not enough to lure you in, Hotel Indigo is offering deluxe hotel accommodations. And it's the biggest sporting event of the year. That's right, the New England Patriots will face the New York Giants in Indianapolis for the 46th Super Bowl this weekend. But I'm not going to sit here and talk X and O's with you. I want you all to know that I want to know what you think about the game and what you're going to be doing to prepare to celebrate. UGA students are ready for Friends, hot wings, and those legendary Super Bowl commercials. All right, guys, so I took to the ECV Dining Commons, which is right here behind me, and I'm trying to get some fans' reactions on what they think the Super Bowl is going to be like and who they're rooting for.
I'm pulling for the Giants, not really because I like the Giants, more just because I hate the Patriots.
You know, I have some friends that would actually agree with that, so you're more anti-Patriots than for Giants, is that right?
Absolutely. Anything to see Tom Brady lose.
I have no idea. I don't know anything about either teams. Just 100% there for the commercials, pretty much. And the dip. The dip is important, too.
We're rooting for the Giants. I'm really hoping the Giants are going to pick them. I have an uneasy feeling that the Patriots are going to pull out, but in the end, I go with the Giants.
Yeah, there's a party at my place. We're going to make a ton of dip and some cupcakes and, you know, go all out with streamers and stuff. So I'm excited.
I'm going to go to just a small party with some friends and watch the game, have some snacks, maybe a beer.
Okay.
I'm actually getting together with my small group from Athens Church, so it's like just a community group. So we're getting together at a house and just bringing snacks and everything and having a little party for the Super Bowl.
Game with all my friends, plan on having snacks, you know, drinks, all that kind of stuff, you know, just good drinks, you know, like soda, all that kind of stuff, juice.
Okay. No alcoholic beverages?
Okay, maybe there might be some alcoholic beverages, yes.
Kelly Clarkson is slated to sing the national anthem, and of course Madonna will be there for her highly anticipated halftime show with a special appearance from Nicki Minaj. The Super Bowl airs live this Sunday at 6:30 p.m. on NBC. And if sports aren't your thing and you don't quite get along with sports too well, then how about a little music? Music's biggest night is just over a week away. The 54th Annual Grammy Awards is sure to be a show with LL Cool J as host and some performances from Katy Perry, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, and Adele. Adele leads the pack with 6 nominations, and many say this is her year. I sat down with music blogger and critic Denver Blackwell of ElectroLove.com for an exclusive Grammy preview. Perfect. Okay, here we go. Best New Artist. In that category, you have the band Perry. I guess If I Die Young, is that their song? Bon Iver, okay. J. Cole, Nicki Minaj, and Skrillex. Who do you think will take home, you know, kind of like a propelling award to lead them into more success in their career?
Well, I love Skrillex, and it's kind of big. It's the first time like a DJ, an electronic artist, has made it into the Best New Artist category. But I'm going to have to say Bon Iver is going to take it.
Wow.
They had a really big year, features with Kanye. Their album did amazing. It's new, it's fresh, it's different. I really think that they're going to take it. Yeah. So
no Nicki Minaj love?
No.
Okay, we'll just have to take that one then. Okay.
Best, right?
Yeah. Okay. Best. Okay. Next is Best Pop Solo Performance, and Someone Like You by Adele. Adele has gotten a ton of Grammy love. She leads Grammy nominations this year with a total of 6. Also competing against her, you have the little monster herself, Lady Gaga, with You and I. There's also Grenade by Bruno Mars, Firework from Katy Perry. Gotta say, I love that song myself.
That was a big song.
And Effing Perfect. I almost slipped and said the actual title, by Pink. And that song kind of got me through a lot too. But what can you tell us about that category?
The solo performance you said? Adele, hands down. Hands down. I think when it comes to the Grammys this year, Adele, she's unstoppable. I mean, I can't think of an artist who's had a bigger impact this year than Adele. So it kind of makes sense. Someone Like You, I like the song. It was a cute song. Yeah, no, it deserves it. It deserves it.
So do you think Adele will sweep this year?
I do. I think her biggest competition would be Gaga, but I think people are kind of sick of her. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen.
Your word on that one. And Album of the Year. That was a very controversial category because a lot of people feel that some artists who were nominated for that category should not have been. So we'll go ahead and list the nominees for you. Born This Way, Lady Gaga, her album that was like last March, was it released, or last May? Born This Way, you have Doo-Wops and Hooligans by Bruno Mars. You also have Loud by Rihanna, 21 by Adele, and the Foo Fighters with Wasting Light. So ElectroLove, who do you think will take home the biggest prize on Grammy night?
You know, I feel like it'll be Adele, just because I think the numbers kind of speak for themselves. I know her competition's not that stiff. You have Katy Perry, who, granted, she had an amazing year. Her record sold 50 bajillion thousand copies and single records left and right. But, nah, not for Album of the Year. And then you have Rihanna's Loud, which shouldn't even be there in the first place. Just my opinion.
Why shouldn't it be there?
It was 11 songs, and it was Rihanna. And it wasn't that deep. It was kind of generic. I love the album. I really do. But for Album of the Year, I don't think it belongs.
There were some cute songs on there.
There were. But Album of the Year worthy? Not a chance.
Find out if Denver's predictions are right when the Grammy Awards air live Sunday, February 12th at 8 p.m. I cannot wait for that one. What exactly is going on with Demi Moore? That's the big question in Hollywood this week. People magazine is reporting that sources close to Moore's ex-husband, Bruce Willis, say that Willis wanted the actress to get help a long time ago. The former power couple have 3 children together, and Moore has had a bit of a tough time the last couple of weeks. Following her high-profile split with Ashton Kutcher in November, Moore has been noticeably thinner, and her health has steadily been on the decline. Last week, paramedics rushed to Moore's home as she apparently had a bad reaction to something she reportedly smoked. Here's part of the chilling 911 tape released by the Associated Press.
Hold on, ma'am. Hold on. Okay, tell me exactly what happened there.
Okay, she smoked something. It's not marijuana, but it's similar to incense, and she seems to be having convulsions of some sort.
Okay, are you with the person at this time?
I'm actually in the other room.
Okay, you gotta be next to her so I can ask some questions. And we have paramedics on the way.
Okay.
And now we move to an event that happened on Sunday, the annual Screen Actors Guild Awards. Fashion was a highlight for the night, and I'm just going to give you my best and worst dress for that evening. First, we start with the good. Ashley Simpson, who rocked a gorgeous Jenny Packham dress, accented with some flashy jewels. No longer is this girl Jessica Simpson's little sister, but this is a woman in her own right, if Sunday night was any indication. Work it, girl. And sorry to say this, but the worst dressed had to be Shailene Woodley from The Descendants. You would think in a movie with George Clooney that you would look a little better, but if you see right here, she looks a floral mess. I don't even know what she thought when she got dressed that night. I don't know whether she thought it was the red carpet to the SAG Awards or whether she thought it was a luau. No matter what she thought, even if she thought the latter, I'm gonna have to do like the Hawaiians and tell her aloha. Bye, boo. Gorgeous girl, just a hideous dress. And now to my favorite part of the show, my weekly Hot Mess of the Week award. Last week it went to a reality star caught in the Twitter fight, and this week it goes to a group of women from yet another hit reality show. Yep, you guessed this one. It's the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I mean, was it ever any competition for who the winner would be this week? These girls are a sizzling hot mess. I mean, come on. On Sunday, the episode followed the girls, minus Kim, and plus a new addition, Marlo Hampton, followed the girls to South Africa. It started when Sheree, who isn't even on good terms with Nene, you guys remember that whole "I'm very rich" quote from Nene regarding that fight? Yeah. Sheree ended up inviting only Phaedra and Candy to a party with her friends in Cape Town. That excluded Nene and Cynthia and Marlo, who wasn't even supposed to be on the trip anyway. Now, Sheree ended up going back and inviting Cynthia again, which was kind of like a big mistake. And I guess Cynthia is who I'm going to call the messy girl because she went back and told Marlo, and Marlo was absolutely furious because she wanted to go to the party. Now, an important side note to this story is that Marlo has been arrested 7 times, and let's just say those arrests aren't for petty theft. So you know this ain't going to end well. The two began arguing, and Sheree doesn't back down at all from the bigger and louder Marlo. The two craziest parts of the fight is when Nene, of course, who's normally the loud one, actually became the peacemaker. And then another crazy moment happened when Marlo and Sheree started mocking each other in this whiny voice. Take a look for yourself.
We can't talk about it. She just want to talk about it. I was being but Marlo, you can talk about it. You are like Cynthia, what you don't want to shine? I don't know. Don't know. What? I go way back. What? I go way back. What? I go way back.
Start talking in this weird character voice. Is it that serious?
Now, the funniest part of the fight for myself had to be when Marlo screamed at Sheree the most epic quote on reality TV, "Google me and check the charges, boo." Well, I have some news for you, Marlo. We Googled those charges, and they're quite numerous. So that, in part, is why you and the rest of those ladies from Real Housewives of Atlanta are getting the Hot Mess of the Week award. Congratulations. Well, that concludes our second edition of Eric's Campus Cooler. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in a couple of weeks.